Hey folks, everything new under the sun. When it comes to getting prepared for the last days, the end times, being a prepper, if you will, getting your heart and mind ready, ensuring that you keep the faith and are in Jesus Christ, one of the big things is to keep healthy, to keep the body strong, to eat good food while you can, so that when diseases, that sort of thing come along, your body, your immunity, your immune system has the best chance and the best fighting chance to deal with whatever it's going to encounter. Now, this is a fascinating one. This is Dr. John Campbell. This is his latest video from December 2nd called Vitamin A and Mystery Pneumonia. Now, I don't think I'm going to get in trouble mentioning this on my YouTube channel. It's not COVID after all. But this is interesting. So the mystery illness, all the kids were getting respiratory illnesses in China. It spread to Ohio and other locations. And what do they find? Well, this is fascinating. They found that vitamin A deficiency is associated with severe Mycoplasma pneumoniae, pneumonia, in children. This is a study from the analysis of translational medicine from Beijing, right? Beijing, February 2020. So this is an older article, known medical journal, and this is a known issue. Apparently, according to Dr. John, a known issue in Asia and likely China as well. And this is one of these simple things. Now, this sounds exactly to me like the whole pandemic era vitamin D discussion. This is exactly what we're talking about here, folks. Back then, when social distancing lockdowns came out, what did they say? Well, they said the number one thing, get the jab. Number two, wear your mask. Number three, social distance. You know what they didn't talk about? They didn't talk about going out and getting fresh air. They didn't talk about going out and getting some sun and getting some vitamin D from the sun. They didn't talk about supplementing your vitamins. They didn't talk about losing weight or getting healthy. Why didn't they talk about these things? These are the obvious things that humans have been doing for the last 6,000 years, the history of man on this planet. And they're not suggesting basic things to help the immune system deal with known diseases, viruses. Remember, this COVID was a coronavirus. Coronaviruses have been with us for the history of man, since the world began, probably since sin came into the world. Well, even before that, it probably wasn't dangerous to man, but prior to sin, prior to Adam and Eve sinning, before that, it was probably just some innocuous thing, bug that was around but didn't affect them. Probably, and that is probably because their bodies were so healthy, they were eating so well in the Garden of Eden, they had all the 100% of the vitamins and nutrients that they needed. And so they were effectively immune from that, whereas the food and things that we're eating these days is much less nutrient rich, much less healthy, and we live a much less healthy life with fast food, and and we sit in our chairs all day long looking at computer screens. That's my 9 to 5 job. So am I on the list for heart disease? Probably. Do I have extra weight on me? Probably. I absolutely do. Meanwhile, back then, of course, they were living much more off the land. They were healthy. They were strong. They were eating good food, not fast food. And you know what? The WHO came out and they spoke of this. But you know what? The one thing they didn't speak of? They didn't speak about these known deficiencies that cause Mycoplasma pneumoniae, pneumonia, in children, which is the exact thing happening in China, on their website. And you can watch the Dr. John Campbell video. He speaks and in fact shows you the WHO webpage where they detail vitamin A as being a known deficiency, and it's associated with severe Mycoplasma pneumonia. But when they came out with their statement, their recent statement, and that was many years old, they've had that on their website for many years. When they came out with their Chinese statement, did they mention that? Did they mention that, oh, we already know this one. This is a deficiency of vitamin A for Mycoplasma pneumoniae, pneumonia. So there you go. There's the easy answer. They didn't mention that. What did they say? Get vaccinated. That's right. They I think they're sold out. I don't know what else to say, folks. They have on their website the known connection between vitamin A deficiency and this particular outbreak. Yet they're not saying go get healthy, go take your vitamins, eat healthy food, go get some exercise, go get some fresh air, get some sunshine. Basic things. So this is completely vitamin D and COVID all over again. Now, I'm not saying this is going to be a pandemic. What I'm saying is that the truth is just not being, they're just not speaking the truth. They're not bringing out the information they already have, the science they already have. Why? Because there's no money in vitamin A. It's dirt cheap to produce in comparison to manufactured novel treatments for these new things coming out. In comparison to those new things, which they spend millions and millions, even billions of dollars on research and development for those things. Vitamin A, vitamin D, these things are all dirt cheap to produce. But you can't make any money off it. They're off patent. Companies can't sell them at a profit in any significant fashion. So there's no interest. There's no, from the free market point of view, there's no incentive for them to post that stuff or push that stuff along. There's more incentive for big companies to come in and say, no, you know what, we're not going to tell you about vitamin A or vitamin D or vitamin C. We're going to keep that quiet, but we're going to try and sell you whatever the latest snake oil is. And that's the original term for this sort of thing. Snake oil. Something that they're trying to sell, which, you know, may or may not have efficacy, whether it's in the mind or otherwise. But they're simpler, much cheaper solutions. And they have no interest. The World Health Organization, the governments, they have no interest, apparently, in providing solutions that we've known for thousands of years. Basic health things. So as a prepper, as someone who's getting ready for the last days, for hard times, know these basic things. Trust your instincts. Eat healthy. This is a basic thing. You know, you don't have to worry about all these new injections that man creates in the modern world. Just get healthy, get some exercise, get some sun. Make sure you're eating lots of fruits and vegetables. Basic things, folks. I'll leave there. I don't want to go on, but it's just incredible to me. It's astounding. More people need to wake up, open their eyes, and say, you know what? God had it figured out from the beginning because he created the earth. He created the earth to sustain man and all the animals. He knew what was doing. He already grows in abundance, right outside your door in most cases. All the nutrients and food that you need to survive. All you need to do is pay attention to that and not be lazy and not spend money on fast food and processed food, and just eat healthy and get good exercise. Thanks for watching, folks. I'll leave it there. We'll see you in the next video.